What's up, everybody? It's your boy George coming back with another bullish video. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. And if you're returning, you're an OG. And today, I'm going to be talking about ICP, Internetcomputer, what I believe is the most undervalued crypto in the market. And currently, we're at a price of $5.82 with about a little bit over a 3 billion market cap. So we're not doing too bad, but we are still being overlooked. And I'm going to start on X today. And on X, we have something from Anthony Pompliano. And it says, the Treasury Secretary is telling you crypto is here to stay. And some of you will still not believe him. So let's hear what the Treasury Secretary had to say. Here we go.
Today marks a seminal moment for digital assets and global dollar dominance, with President Trump signing the Genius Act into law. This bill provides the fast-growing stablecoin market with the regulatory clarity it needs to grow into a trillion-dollar industry. Stablecoins represent a revolution in digital.
So they saying that the cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And it's crazy to think that the US dollar is down almost 11% right now. So I wonder how everything's going to go with the BRICS and the G7. But let's hear what you got to say.
Finance. The dollar now has an internet-native payment rail that is fast, frictionless, and free of middlemen. This groundbreaking technology will buttress the dollar status as a global reserve currency, expand access to the dollar economy for billions across the globe, and lead to a surge in demand for U.S. Treasuries, which back stablecoins. The Genius Act is a win-win-win.
Do you guys think that America is trying to make a power move against BRICS? Because I feel like they have to seize this Bitcoin and this cryptocurrency market. But do they know about the technology of ICP and everything, the AI and everything capable within that? That's what I want to know.
Everyone involved, stablecoin users, stablecoin issuers, and the U.S. Treasury Department. I want to thank President Trump for his visionary leadership in shepherding this bill into law, and Congress for rapidly advancing this critical legislation. By expanding financial freedom and reinforcing dollar dominance, stablecoins will play a critical role in making America great again.
Is Trump trying to make America great again by taking over cryptocurrency so BRICS can't get their hand on it? Because if you guys don't know, BRICS just had a meeting and they trying to take over and make something else the new standard besides the dollar. But on to the next post. We got something from Anthony Pompliano, back to back. Don't look now, but Coinbase is a 106 billion market cap company. Wild. And that is wild because Coinbase is one of the top companies in the world besides Binance. So just know cryptocurrency is growing and the exchanges are growing along with it. So now we got a triple threat from Anthony Pompliano. And it says 2025 is the year crypto went mainstream. Government stopped fighting it. Wall Street realized they had to play. Banks are about to speed run into the industry. This is what mass adoption looks like. And this is what I'm saying. Is ICP going to play a big role in this with the decentralization and taking the power away from central authorities and these so-called billionaires and people that are in control of everything? Because that's the real question. Is crypto going to give us more freedom? So now I got something from the Wolf of All Streets. I like that name. And it says, this blew my mind. And let's hear what he has to say.
Basically about this, I think 2 days ago on Spaces. Obviously, she's relatively close to everything happening in Washington, and she had a take that was super surprising and she said was a maybe. But she basically said that when Trump wrote the executive order, there's a lot of rumors that these agencies were told in the executive order to send all of their Bitcoin to Treasury, right? So we don't have an audit at all of Treasury. And she said that a lot of them.
And this is what I'm saying. Are all these different countries right now currently in a battle for Bitcoin? Because, yeah, Bitcoin is digital money. But what about the actual physical stuff like food and water? What happens if the US dollar loses value and it doesn't become the standard no more? Like, those are real questions to ask. Because right now, people are caught into the currency, but the dollar is losing value. And we have a big separation right now with a lot of people on the planet. And this is why I say decentralization is important, because we don't know what role right now between the governments and the people like the big billionaires, the families, all those people. We don't know who right now is trying to take control of cryptocurrency. So that's a real question.
Rather than send their Bitcoin to Treasury, said this money is ours and basically sold it so that they would continue to have that money within their agency rather than having to transfer it out. And she said that explains why we had such muted price action when there was so much excitement about Trump earlier in the year, because after the executive order, it was very possible that there was massive selling from different agencies in the United States government who didn't want to take that Bitcoin balance and transfer it to Treasury.
That's something to think about right there, y'all. Okay, on to the next post. And it's also back to back from the Wolf of All Streets. It says, when Altseason. Let's hear.
Crypto market cap tops 4 trillion for first time, solidifying major asset class position. I think the story here obviously goes back to one we've repeated over and over again, is when will we see Bitcoin go up, consolidate, and then see altcoins actually perform?
So my question is, when do you guys think Altseason is going to start?
And I think we can thank Tom Lee and friends for that being the case right now. Obviously, the interest in Ethereum treasury companies and Ethereum catching a huge bid, having $500 million days in ETF inflows. Actually, I believe yesterday, BlackRock's ETH ETF outperformed its Bitcoin ETF, which is pretty astounding. Clearly, though, right now we're getting early iterations, or ETH ETF outperformed its Bitcoin ETF.
So you guys hear that? The ETH ETF has been outperforming the Bitcoin ETF. So that means altcoins are building some strength,
which is pretty astounding. Clearly, though, right now we're getting early iterations or some hints of an alt season, and 4 trillion in total market cap shows that.
Okay. And actually, let me check that real quick. The Bitcoin dominance has went down to 68 and Altseason is at 46 of 100. Okay. All right, let's go back. All right. Bitcoin Magazine said, just in, President Trump is preparing to open the 9 trillion US retirement market to Bitcoin and crypto investments, from Financial Times. And it says, President preparing executive order to allow 401k plans to tap broad pool of alternative assets. Okay. So crypto is making its way mainstream. All right, we got something from Income Sharks. It says ETH. Usually we have a 3-day pump and we've got a 6-day pump. Don't let a few red candles during the weekend change your bias. A week or even 2 weeks of chop would be great for price action. Build a base so we can go higher. And you see the chart. Okay, so we have had a run. Okay, so do you guys think that Ethereum is going to keep going up this week? My thing is, I feel like we might consolidate this week, but we will see. Okay. Now we got a back-to-back from Income Sharks. He says, I don't know where Ethereum will go, but when I close this position entirely, I'll be done trading crypto. Not because I think the top will be in or because I'll be bearish on crypto, but because it's been a wild journey and I'd like to start spending my time on other things. And this is crazy. Do these people know about ICP in the decentralized internet? I feel like that's a new paradigm, being able to build apps with Caffeine AI. That's what I'm saying. I'm more excited for the innovation within AI, and I know the money's gonna come with it. I'm not even tripping on that. I'm diversified. But like I said, right now, we got Ethereum and Bitcoin. They are the main two people in the show. They're the main characters. So we got to see what happens. Is Ethereum going to outperform Bitcoin? Is Ethereum going to take Bitcoin's spotlight? So now we got something from Lark Davis. How Algorand can help you offset energy bills. And if you guys haven't heard in other videos, I do mess with Algorand. That's definitely a play that I'm going to get into. And I was actually waiting for it to go down. But y'all, I'm thinking of just getting in, because when something's already almost 90% or more than 90% from its all-time high, that's your time to take advantage. So just remember that, y'all. Take advantage, because I'm trying to do an Algorand play. And Algorand, I like it a lot. So let's hear what Lark Davis had to say.
Did you know that you can now own a slice of renewable energy production? Enel, E-N-E-L, Italy's energy giant, just partnered up with crypto wallet provider Conio to launch EBITS, E-B-I-T-T-S, on the Algorand blockchain.
And this is why I like Algorand. It does have a use case. It has a nice market cap. You can pick up a good amount of Algorand for a good price. And you can ride that up to $1.15 and possibly even past that. So Algorand's a good play. I'm going to be stacking up Algorand, y'all. Besides ICP, that's my long-term play. Bitcoin, long-term play. A little bit of XRP, long-term play. But I got some Algorand because I'm trying to eat this year. So you got to always have different eggs in different baskets. That's diversifying. But that doesn't mean you don't have your main character like ICP that you're the most interested in. But we got to make money. We got to be practical.
Basically, this lets you buy fractional ownership in real-world clean energy, solar and wind, giving you a share of the power being generated. So all you need to do, just own some tokens and boom, you start earning energy bill credits, saving the planet while also reaping some sweet benefits. Just got even easier. Real world assets, real rewards, all on the Algorand blockchain. Algorand's bringing the good stuff. Don't sleep on it.
I was literally about to say that. Don't sleep on Algorand. I'm messing with Algorand heavy. Do not sleep on it. That's coming from me, and that's coming from Lark. All right, we got a back-to-back from Lark Davis. It says altcoin holders after their underwater bags return to break even. All right, let's see this real quick, y'all. We gonna all have to turn up when the altcoin bags hit. I don't know about y'all. I pretty much have broken even. I'm pretty good. Well, I'm a little down on ICP, but I'm not worried because I'm worried about innovation in the world becoming a better place. So is that 1, 2, but 3 in a row from Lark? All right. It says total altcoins market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, is approaching all-time high levels. The last time it tapped these levels, we saw a sharp pullback. Break past it, and we could witness a face-melting Altseason. All right. And look at this chart. So, like he said, this is the total altcoin market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're approaching an all-time high. And it says the last time it tapped past these levels, we saw a sharp pullback. Break past it, and we could witness a face-melting Altseason. So Let's be looking out for these levels right here, you guys. And this is excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So be on the lookout, especially if you're not in Bitcoin or Ethereum. Okay, on to the next. Okay, we got 4 in a row from Lark. He's giving some good information. It says, this cycle has been mostly about Bitcoin so far. Even though Bitcoin smashed new all-time highs, alts continue to bleed. But that's changing now. Bitcoin dominance is rapidly decreasing, and the altcoin index is gradually picking up. It was at 29 2 days ago, and it's sitting at 51. Real alt season starts when it hits 75. 7 out of the top 10 coins have outperformed Bitcoin in the past 7 days. ETH ETFs are seeing billions of dollars in inflows. Things are about to get insane here. Are you well positioned for max gains? And you guys see the chart. Ooh, it's a little. Are you guys ready for max gains? And that's to all the ICP holders and all the altcoin holders. Because I'm ready for some gains. And then we got this one for Lark Davis. It says, Ethereum holders looking at the ETH chart. Yo, I'm only saying this because Bitcoin dominates, and then money starts inflowing into Ethereum, and then soon all the other altcoins, like mainly right now XRP, Cardano, and all the other altcoins should start seeing inflows. And let's hope that people been doing their research and they understand ICP. Okay, so we got something from Origin, and it says, how can Origin help your business? That's what Carolina Glesick, president of the Origin Foundation, said our answer at Web AI Summit in Monaco. And this is Origin, you guys. It says, Origin is the most advanced RWA certification protocol in the world. And Origin definitely works with Dfinity, you guys, and definitely uses ICP. So let's hear what they got to say.
Hi guys, I'm Caroline. I'm the president of Origin Foundation,
Hey,
and
Caroline.
we are a protocol that enables you to certify your assets fully on chain. All the data is stored fully on chain. What does it mean for you? That there is no centralized services thanks to our technology.
And this right now is one of the big things that we are banking on, that people will start understanding and realizing. I was trying to say both words at the same time, that the centralized servers are not good, and that Web 2 is good. There's nothing wrong with Web 2. It's still usable, but there's a new stack that's even more advanced than the last stack.
Thanks to ICP. We are here to build our awareness of Origin, awareness of a blockchain, awareness of a technology. The room is full of people not from blockchain, not from Web3. Monaco is a city of business. People are here to ask what is blockchain, how we can use blockchain. Can I ask you one question? Yes, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here?
I'm here because I'm an old-style Wall Street investment banker trying to understand a little bit about crypto money.
Yeah,
And you guys heard that. He said, I'm an old style Wall Street investment banker. And he's just coming to check out the Web3. He's coming to understand how the blockchain technology works. And when you really tap into the blockchain, that's when you start understanding that ICP, what they're doing with the project, and the Dfinity Foundation, what they're doing with ICP and everything they're building with Caffeine AI. That's a real project. And if you're an investor, there's more projects besides ICP, but ICP really stands out within the idea of how they're using the software and how they're creating their own centralized system. They have their own application that you can create your own applications and websites from. And then you're also allowed to have digital data sovereignty. That's an ultimate win that a lot of people, especially people like this guy, are going to start understanding, because he's going to realize, like, wait, so my information is available to other people that have control, but I could use the blockchain technology to protect my information and have ownership over it through my devices. All right, but let's keep going.
Exactly. We are here to build the awareness of the blockchain.
Absolutely.
And for people like you. And we are exactly here to help them understand, to help them build their awareness, how they can use this magnificent technology to help optimize their businesses. Either it's a data certification, ID certification, or any other collection certification on private boat certification. Whatever you would like to have certified, Origin is here for you to help you.
And you guys do not sleep on Origin. Do not sleep on blockchain technology. Remember that cryptocurrency has a bad name, but blockchain technology is a whole nother thing. And right now, I don't think people are really tapped in with blockchain technology like we think, and AI like we think. So we're in a good position to just keep taking advantage and just understanding that if you're in something early, that's good. So don't even worry. Okay, now we got something from Kyron. No BS crypto. The bull market seems it's officially upon us. Be ready to wake up to green candles on the regular. But how do we maximize opportunities this cycle? These 5 projects are some of my top bets. Ondo, Render, ICP, Euro, and Inge. And you see the bull, Altseason cheat sheet. Okay, and just a little information about each of the coins. Okay, and I like the list. Okay, so now we have something from Bitcoin Archive, and it says, just in 2.6 billion investors says Bitcoin will reach 500,000 by Christmas. Okay, that's a high number, y'all, from where we at right now. That would mean a lot more money would have to come into Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised, but like I said, with everything going on with the dollar and BRICS and the G7, I want to see how people are going to use cryptocurrency to try to control things. Okay, so let's hear what he has to say.
Transition where the digital world will take off like a rocket to Mars.
So we saw Bitcoin hit all-time highs, capping over that 123,000 mark. And we've seen inflows in the past week that have been their highest of the year. Where do you see Bitcoin prices going in the near term and in the long term?
Well, I think short term it's going to $500,000, and the long term.
$500,000 is crazy, y'all. Now, long term, I think that's possible, but $500,000 is crazy. But a lot of new bills are getting passed, so we're going to see.
It's very conceivable to be at $10 million, because what happens is that one Bitcoin is worth 100 million Satoshis, and they're less than a penny. When they go and trade at a penny, that means Bitcoin's at $1 million. So when people go to Schwab and go and buy a HODL, a Bitcoin ETF, they're basically buying Satoshis. And for $1,000, they're getting almost 1 million Satoshis. $2,000, they easily have the best penny stock idea in the world because they're buying increments of a penny. And as a
Bitcoin's cool, but a lot of other blockchains have superior technology, especially ICP. But let's keep going.
Adoption takes place, and there's a limited scarcity of supply, it will rise. Hey, I just saw the Birka bag, the original Birka bag, which cost $2,000.
Bro said the Birka bag.
Dollars went for $9 million.
I also saw that same exact article. I do want to ask one follow-up, though. You say near term we're going to be at $500,000. What's that timeline?
She probably was looking at the Bitcoin price on her computer, her laptop, like, hey, like I'll buy some right now. It's not looking too bad. I could mess around and quit this job, throw my whole savings account in there. And it's really people right now, y'all, selling all their real estate, selling everything they own, getting into Bitcoin. So people are definitely hopping on the blockchain crypto wave. But the thing is, people are hopping in off of hype and speculation. But people aren't really doing the research on the blockchain. But that's what your boy is here for. But let's keep going.
I think by Christmas, I think that's the potential is $500,000 by Christmas, because the adoption goes through these exponential moves, goes sideways, and then all of a sudden it gaps up, and the adoption process changed.
You heard how he said that. He said it goes on an exponential move after it goes sideways for a bit. And that's the same thing with ICP. Right now, it's going sideways. Nobody thinks anything. People are doubting, and they're just looking at the bad name that it has. But people that actually understand blockchain and technology, they're paying attention. All the early innovators, they're paying attention. All the people that are into deving, they're paying attention. And that's when everybody else is going to catch up. Because usually it's the people that are like the creators who understand first, and the innovators. And then we're going to have like the early investors. So right now we're considered both.
So I remain very positive towards the industry. But
And that was a good one right there. He said 500K by Christmas. Okay, now we got something from Vivek, and it says Senator Loomis' bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin will be on the floor soon once today's bills are done. We are just getting started. And you see, this is Senator Loomis. She's trying to get her some Bitcoin.
transition where the digital world will take.
Okay, now we got something from SWI Intelligence. It says blockchain times AI will onboard billions of users. It is about the application layer, ICP. Let's hear what this is saying. And people who really understand technology gonna understand ICP.
We need the applications layer. I mean, you guys have got, what, 260 million users and growing stupid fast, but that's still all money. Apart from stablecoins, yes, but it's still all the money system. But there's so many things that can scale to 1 billion users.
I believe any idea that we have today can become...
He said there's so many things that can scale to 1 billion users. And we're talking about ICP, Caffeineai, and just the whole decentralized web system and infrastructure that ICP has created. It's ready, like I said. The ship is already built. We just need some passengers. We need some devs, and we're going to be good. Everybody going to get to devin.
That. They will get 100 million users in a few days. Yeah, I think, well, again, I think sooner or later there's going to be some app that will scale, right? Yeah. So sooner or later there'll be another app that might be like...
Will Caffeine be that app that scales? Right now, we're still in early stages. Will someone get their hands on Caffeine? Or will we have a breakthrough app created on Caffeine? Or will the industry just slowly start catching on to Caffeine? That's a good question.
Blockchain AI, some combination of it, that would just that would just grow like wildfire.
What if everyone could create?
This is what we talking about right here. Pay attention. Class is in session.
Online apps and services just by talking. Tomorrow, with the self-running internet, everyone will be a builder.
Tomorrow, with the self-running internet, everyone will be a builder. That's innovation right there, you guys. So we got something from Trending Bitcoin. It says, Tommy Lee says, Bitcoin has become a 2 trillion asset. Never in financial history has anything reached 2 trillion and disappeared. Ignorance is at your own risk. Okay. So yeah, Bitcoin is definitely not disappearing.
I think that it's probably better to just observe a few things. One is Bitcoin has now been around for 15 years, and there has not been a Bitcoin.
And that's the same thing that I'm saying with ICP. Dfinity created ICP, and we already have an ecosystem where Open Chat's been created, Origin, and a bunch of other apps. Caffeine AI is now out in the wild, and I don't think this is disappearing. This can only grow from here.
2.0. So there's no crypto 2.0. This is Bitcoin is the surviving chain. And Bitcoin has become a $2 trillion asset, which never in history, financial history, has any.
See, the way he's talking, he doesn't understand, or maybe he does, or maybe he's not interested. Like that other guy in the origin video, he's out searching for the next technology that he can invest into and that he can flip and make some money out of. So just know, a lot of people are just going to accept it and be cool with Bitcoin. But I feel that ICP does have the potential, everything they're doing, to hit the mainstream, because they're trying to hit different infrastructures, the medical, the hospital, the medical, we have like real estate. We have a bunch of different fields that ICP is getting into.
Anything reached $2 trillion and then disappeared. So we're not, it's a different argument if it was $100 billion.
Okay.
The third is the U.S. government is reiterated its commitment to make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset. That's not bad for the price of Bitcoin. So if someone is watching this and said, well, they don't understand Bitcoin, so they decide not to own it, it's a catastrophic way to look at market.
It would be wise to get some Bitcoin. It would be wise to get some Bitcoin. Just buy on a red day, not a green day. Not financial advice. So we got something from Susie BDS. It says, people who don't know what market cap is buy XRP. Just a quick laugh for today. Nothing wrong with buying XRP. I definitely bought my XRP a while back, but there's nothing wrong with buying XRP. It definitely can still grow. But okay, we got something from Base Giant. It says, ICP friends, seen a lot of people showcasing caffeine, and I have one thing to say. If you are not incredibly bullish for the future, I'm sorry, but you are just sell now and stop fingers crossed. I get a code too soon. Man, bro, I'm waiting for mine too. And we got something from Simon Savvy. But I think ICP is too risky. That's why no one will remember your name. Yeah, tell him, Simon. You got to be someone that's ready to stand up for innovation. And I'm ready to stand up. I'm ready to stand up. And now we got something from Lady of Crypto. People say Altseason is here. Have never lived through an Altseason. Altseason is leaving your desk for a coffee and coming back to your 1K bag being worth 10K. Altseason is waking up to a bunch of tokens doing 100x. This is not it yet. And that's true, y'all. Really I was sitting inside of a Korean barbecue spot with the homies. My account went crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I was buying a drink for all of us. That's all I could say. We was chilling that night. All right, now we got something from Tony V. I try to stay grounded in truth as much as possible. I believe ICP is the most promising project tackling real-world use cases. However, a reality check is useful. It's a new tech stack that has yet to attract a substantial amount of users. Caffeine AI should help if it actually works. From the start, it has been a pure liquidity extraction ring, with a high likelihood that many of these scams were orchestrated by those in or close to Definity. We pretend like we are better than other chains in this regard, but we aren't. We have been misled consistently on releases, like the 30-day clock on World Computer Day, or the original release of Caffeine AI. I give allowances for this stuff because it is actual tech being built. But then there is the price. Why are we one of the worst performing assets in the past 5 years? Is it because is it just because we don't play the pay to play game? Where the hell did the original investors go? Like P Marca and A167. What happened to that relationship? There are so many things that we are being left in the dark on. I have a lot of questions as I like to be as informed as possible. Just to be clear, I still roll with Dominic W, but I can't help but feel like something was off during the original Caffeine AI MO this week. Maybe it was nerves, maybe exhaustion, maybe he didn't feel like it was actually ready. I don't know. Okay, and that's just some transparency right there from Tony V. And like I said, it's going to be drama in anything and everything you do. I'm here for it, and I'm paying attention. Because like I said, I have my money in ICP, and I'm definitely going to keep it there. I'm watching the investment, I'm watching what's going on, and I don't see nothing too wrong, so we going to keep it pushing. Now we got something from Cyclop. 0 out of 30 bull market peak indicators have hit so far. And yeah, so we gonna see what bro talking about. Now we got something from the Bitcoin historian. Breaking. 10 trillion financial giant Schwab tells CNBC it absolutely will compete with Coinbase on Bitcoin and crypto. The biggest banks are coming fast, bullish. So y'all hear that? The biggest banks are trying to compete with Coinbase to have custodial ownership over cryptos. So do not sleep on cryptos. That's what I'm saying. I'm packing and filling up my bags right now. Just know, once all these different people start realizing, okay, we can start making money, and then they're just going to put it out in the mainstream, and people are going to make the small amounts. So right now, you got to be an innovator and get in early. Work those extra days, do whatever you got to do, and get you some crypto.
And sign the Genius Bill today into law.
Well, our clients are invested in crypto today. In fact, our clients hold more than 20% of the exchange-traded product crypto in the entire industry. So they're invested. It's still only about $25 billion out of the $10.8 trillion that our clients have. So it's still relatively small, but our clients own a big part of the market. We also
do not sleep on crypto. Get you guys some crypto. Work hard, get you some crypto. But also, make sure that you got you some food, some water, some candles, and all the emergency things you need. It's always good to have everything you need. You got to be safe, because I love crypto, but I do not trust society. Society is shady, y'all.
Anticipate launching Bitcoin and Ether sometime soon so that our clients have access to that. And we think that'll be an acceleration of our growth, because what we hear from many of our clients are that they have 98% of their wealth here at Schwab, and they might hold 1% or 2% at some digital native firm to hold their crypto. And they really want to bring it back to Schwab because they trust us. They want it to sit alongside their other assets. And so
And that makes sense. I feel that. As an investor, like me, I have my Roth with Fidelity, and I would definitely love to have my ICP all in one more safe place, because I love Coinbase, but Coinbase be a little shady. And like I said, that's why I love the new DeFi technology and everything with things like Oizy Wallet and being able to put your stuff into a Neuron, and even ledgers and everything. I mess with all of that. But I also just love having my money in my Roth and having it in a savings account. Those are the best feelings.
we think we'll see some real growth when we bring those to market.
So you would be directly competing then with like a Coinbase on that front?
Absolutely. If they're buying their crypto at Coinbase, we would love to see them bring their crypto back to Schwab.
They're trying to get all those fees and all that extra money they can get off of that. So we got something from Trending Bitcoin. It says Bitcoin supply is shrinking. Demand is skyrocketing. So you see that the Bitcoin supply is shrinking and the demand is skyrocketing. So we got to see.
And sign the Genius Bill today into law.
Like I said, Bitcoin definitely is going to go up. But, hey, I still need food and water. It's definitely very important. So we got something from Fabio, Zero to Hero Zombie. The ICP shorts were brutally liquidated multiple times in the last 2 to 3 days at 5.68 equals 6.96 being liquidation leverage, at 5.79 equals 6.37B in liquidation leverage. At $5.90 equals $5.5 in liquid leverage. Next big level equals $6.34, which will equal 4.16B in liquid leverage. Since many people will be skeptical about these large amounts, please let me add some very important notes. 1. The liquidation leverage can be higher than the market cap as exchanges offer 100x leverage. Before reaching the level highlighted on the chart, shorts could cancel their order and place a new order at a higher price. 3. In the last few years, the number of liquidations for longs far exceeded the liquidations for shorts. We'll discuss about that in a separate video. So definitely go check that out, y'all. We're going to discuss that. It's going to let you guys know more about the liquidation because that's definitely important. You got to remember the fundamentals are important, but you got to remember people do manipulate the market. It's a shady world, and people will do what they got to do to get money. And that's why I'm saying these banks, they starting to realize they missing out on a lot of money on the table with crypto. So we got something from SWI Intelligence. It says the application layer, the world computer, ETH 2.0. Let's see.
Fascinating about DFINITY was the concept and the technology. Forget about the investment for the moment. Forget about the return. Just understanding the idea that the potential exists to build a world computer like Ethereum, but in a different way that potentially creates a secure space for code execution. Think about what the potential value of something like that could be. These are technologies. These are ideas that are coming.
Yeah, I mean, this project is...
He's saying some real stuff. DFINITY is doing something innovative. They're trying to compete with Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. And they're also creating stuff like Caffeine AI. So they're competing with OpenAI also. So just know DFINITY is coming.
It's clearly the biggest in ambition of any project in the space. Because it's basically saying, here's an entirely new architecture for the internet that is driven by cryptography and is scalable beyond anything that exists currently today, is faster than all of the other blockchains added together in terms of number of blocks it can produce. It is of a different order of magnitude.
Fascinating about DFINITY was the concept and the technology.
Someone's going to pick up on the technology. And like he said earlier, that one guy, he said it's going to go sideways for a long time. Then out of nowhere, it's just going to blast off and start going up. So now we got something from IC Maximilian. Let's go. It says the House GOP talking about Web3. ICP, not just about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. It's about blockchain technology. And I like stuff like this.
Did today, we have proven the United States of America will be the epicenter of Web 3.0. Because this is not just about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, this is about blockchain technology. And it's hard, I mean, we can't even imagine, we know what we can do today, but it's hard to imagine what we can do tomorrow over the horizon. But we can do that now with a framework like we've passed today.
And you heard that. It's not just about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. It's about blockchain technology. These people are busy in their day-to-day life, so I understand. They might not be at a computer just looking up stuff about blockchain and then come across ICP. But just know, if you came across this crypto, this is definitely something that is doing something that other cryptos are not, but just doing something new, totally and foreign to the world. So we got something from Short Coins. It says, people are upset that Caffeine AI works brilliantly, but isn't accessible to everyone yet. Impatient investors, specifically ICP holders, get frustrated seeing such a powerful, undervalued crypto project stuck in early stages. Stay unbothered and remember, nothing compares to ICP. Nothing compares to the self-writing internet. And one day, we're going to see people talking about ICP like it's the newest and biggest thing coming out. And you're going to either say that you were patient and you stayed down for the come up, or that you gave up. It's your choice, but I'm staying down for the come up. Now we got something from ICP Scott. Let's go. It says, buy the pump. Anything under $100, ICP is free. Don't regret it. Remember when ETH was $3, when Solana was $10, and Bitcoin was $100. You've used the internet computer, right? You use other chains too, right? So you realize what the best tech is, right? You did research, right? And that's real. And y'all see. Where's ICP at right now? ICP is just a sleeping giant right now at a little bit over a $3 billion market cap at a $5.83 price. And one day, people are going to be sitting there saying, dang, I wish I got more. I wish I worked that extra shift. And we going to see. ICP Scott. Okay, my bad. Next post. Now we got something from Grim ICP. Let's go. While they race, ICP reshapes reality. Most people in crypto still think linearly throughout tied to TPS, gas fees to UX, and AI reduced to engagement farming. They optimize surface level metrics without rethinking the architectural foundations. ICP isn't a faster horse to bet on. It doesn't play on the simplistic axis they can barely comprehend. It's an entirely different vehicle, engineered from scratch for autonomy, permanence, and scale. A cloud-native, full-stack protocol where front-end, back-end, and storage all live on-chain. No centralized cloud computing, no AI, no API duct tape, no bridge waiting to snap. Just deterministic compute served from sovereign canisters. While others struggle to race toward B and proclaim themselves as innovators destined to change the world, Dfinity quietly built a platform that arcs towards infinite potential, because replacing Web 2 isn't about speed, it's about structural independence, architectural sovereignty, and ICP is the only chain that delivers it natively. Infinity isn't a metaphor, it's an execution environment. The outer burrows isn't a snake eating itself. It's a symbol of recursion, regeneration, and self-contained systems. That's what ICP embodies, a closed loop of trustless compute where every function is served from the source and the internet finally becomes whole. Let them bet on horses racing towards B. ICP isn't racing, it's rewriting the axis itself. And let's go, dope picture right there. And like he said, ICP is not racing. ICP is trying to reshape reality. I love that post. Let's go, Grim IC. And now we got something from Travis Knight. It says, first hour into using Caffeine AI, and I am absolutely blown away. From a design perspective, bravo. From background ambience, action sounds, animations, font changes, etc. Breeze. This will definitely onboard millions, no doubt about it. I can't wait till Caffeine AI is fully in the wild, y'all. Right now, it's still a lot of people, including me, waiting for a code. But I'm one of them early people though still. All right, now we got something from Merigen the Trader. The parabolic phase has arrived. Just like 2017, just like 2021. Momentum is building. Supply is vanishing. This is where legends are made. Not later, now. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of it. Claim your spot in history. Ooh. Let's hear what bro's saying.
Bitcoin is entering its third parabolic phase. We've seen this structure play out twice before. 2017, 2021, and now 2025 is loading. Every cycle starts the same. A deep...
And you see it, he said 2025 is loading. So let's see what happens to all the altcoins, especially ICP. Will people take notice in the groundbreaking technology?
rounded bottom, a slow grind higher, then boom, vertical acceleration. It happened in 2017, it happened in 2021, and this chart is painting the same exact curve. Bitcoin bounced off the parabolic curve support, momentum is building, and if history rhymes, we're on the verge of the steepest part of the move. This parabolic phase does not give second chances. You're either in before the launch or you're chasing wicks. Zoom out, the playbook is clear. Bitcoin is entering.
You heard him. You're either in before the launch or you're chasing wicks. So be in before the launch before you're chasing wicks. All right, now we got something from Trending Bitcoin. It says, Michael Saylor says, there's 300 trillion in the fixed income market, and I want 1% of it. That would be 3 trillion. Bro, trying to be the richest in the world, and a lot of people are trying to do it through Bitcoin. I'm surprised more people aren't taking advantage. But like I said, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is really like a wealth transfer when you really think about it. So take advantage. All right, now we got something from Crypto Rover. Rumor. BlackRock is pushing the SEC to approve the Ethereum staking ETF. Send ETH to 10,000. Oh, man. And if ETH gonna go to 10,000, where ICP gonna go? Because we're definitely the superior technology. ETH definitely has its goods, though, but ICP is definitely superior. Now we got something from... It's a Japanese legend said, if you're feeling like you're losing everything, remember, trees lose their leaves every year, yet they still stand tall and wait for better days to come. And that's how I feel right now with ICP and all the coins that I'm holding. Better days will come, but I'm still standing strong. And now we got something from IC Maximilian. Caffeine AI just took vibe coding to another level. It lets you build your app just by prompting. No technical skills required. Replit. This is Replit right here. And it says take notes. It's Caffeine AI. And let's see what this video is talking about. Okay, we are on Caffeine. Let's see Caffeine.
I mean, it's kind of funny, isn't it? When you get new technology, how quickly you begin to take it for granted.
Like he said, you take it for granted. And I'm going to play this in 1.5.
Literally in a minute or something like that, from one very simple prompt, it's created this entire e-commerce store with a Stripe integration for us. And now I'm upset because I find that the shopping cart doesn't work perfectly.
And as you can see, it's not going to work perfect at first, but you just got to keep messing around with it and tweaking around with it. But this is the type of stuff that you're building with Caffeine AI.
Okay. Put that in perspective, I mean, it took us a minute or something like that. I don't know if it's going to fix it in one go now, but if you were to give a normal, human software developer the task that this thing just completed in a minute, I mean, it could be, depending on the engineer, it could be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is a major change, going from that amount of work to being able to give an instruction in natural language and getting a result in a minute. So Caffeine kind of shows you.
So think as a billionaire or even a millionaire investor, you may not be tapped in fully with blockchain technology and AI, but if you go to a convention and you see that people are using this technology, Caffeine AI, would you not be interested as an investor if you hear that they have a token called ICP? It's definitely something to be interested in and look out for.
The app inside an iframe that you can also obviously open it on a URL. So we won't play with this one too much because it's a complicated one. But it's, like a classical kind of e-commerce experience. I wonder if they've implemented that. Yeah, they have. So you could having cloned it, use this as a starting point.
And this is a website that you built by talking to the app.
We won't, though. One of the things I'm going to show you next is building an e-commerce store from scratch just by prompting.
Caffeine.ai. Say hello to the self-writing internet.
Don't sleep on Caffeine AI. Don't sleep on ICP. And now we got the last post of the day from Pengu Aaron. And it says, my first Caffeine AI run. And it says, as promised, here is the recording of my first prompt attempt at the Caffeine AI demo. Yes, with just what I can think of at the time and it's not even a perfect prompt in my opinion. I was waiting for a while, so skip to 30 seconds to where the app is ready. To my surprise, it was a full-blown dApp. To be honest, I was expecting intermediate steps with codes and stuff. It just took an Oxford Agentic AI class. I just took an Oxford Agentic AI class, so I had an idea. I was also careful to check if the components were there. It's definitely above and beyond my expectations. Do let me know what you think. P.S. For the next video, I should really improve the app with additional prompts. I welcome ideas as well. So imagine everybody has the power to build their own app. And let's check this out, you guys. So this is loading. And I'm going to go to 30 seconds because he said go to 30 seconds. So you see it's building the app right now. Okay.
Actually told you. Open app? Seriously?
It says to open the app. And I like this. This is a direct look right here into Caffeine AI and into what ICP and Dfinity has built.
Wow. Total room, available room. Add room.
And you see that? That's a functioning app. Imagine someone needed something built. You can build
standard deluxe. Rate per night. 50.
And I'm a 1.5 this, y'all.
Not bad. 102. Deluxe.
Hey, and this is dope. Shout out to the guy who created this video. This is dope.
65. Ooh, cool. 103. Let's go for suite. 80.
So imagine this. You can create a whole app, a dApp, not even an app, a dApp. And you can sell this to someone and they'll be able to use something for room management for their apartments or maybe a hotel service. You can create a whole new app that they can have on their computer. They got the dApp right there, ready to use, and you created it within minutes.
And 104. It's gonna be presidential. And let's go for 100. Wow. It's the check-in checkout, okay. Any reservation? No? Can you check-in checkout? No. Customer database? I knew. Frank? Okay, Frank. Number? 077. Random number. I guess. Okay. So, now we can check in. So, Frank would like to check in to room 101. Let's do the check-in now. Oh, nice. He's checked in. But did he mention how many days?
You guys, this is innovation right here, right in front of our eyes. There's so much going on in the world, but do not sleep on what ICP is doing. Dfinity right now is doing something and they're unleashing something into the wild that's going to be crazy, and that's going to give a lot of people the opportunity to do something that would take them years to do within minutes.
And these are services available, category, and employees. They're standard employees already. Front desk manager, housekeeping, and this is the accounting. Ooh, impressive. This is impressive. Look at that. That's cool. It's not everything, but man, within like 5 minutes, that's really impressive.
It's not perfect, but within 5 minutes is impressive. So thank you, Pingu Aaron. And all I gotta say is, if you're not invested into ICP, I don't know what you're doing. But thank you guys for watching, and y'all bless.